A new breed of dog is being unleashed into the classrooms to inspire future scientists and engineers. And it's actually here in studio with us today. You might hear it humming in the background, but to tell us about it, I'm joined by Hamzah Shanbari, Director of Innovation and Strategic Initiatives at Dysruptek, a division of Haskell. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having us.
Also joined by educator, composer, and chemist Jeremy Nix, also known as the Balance King. Welcome, Jeremy. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you. Glad to be here.
And to my left here, and you'd be able to see it if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube right now, it's a robot dog called Bolt, and it is extraordinary. Let's just start by, what is this used for, Hamzah? What is this purpose?
Right. So first and foremost, Haskell is a design-build company, and we try to help our clients deliver the best product possible. So what Bolt can help us with is that quality assurance of construction projects. So we would send him into the project, and you can see how he has tons of sensors on him. He has a LiDAR scanner, a GoPro camera, and a 360 camera, and collects all that data semi-autonomously now, but coming up with fully autonomous soon. We would take all that data and in the back end kind of process it to see, are we on schedule? Are we on track? Are we installing things correctly in the right place? Kind of like our quality assurance metrics, so to say.
And you've used it, I saw, to surveil places, for instance, to make sure that, all is clear inside Everbank Stadium.
Yes, that was one of our big use cases for the Everbank Stadium, because, they were looking at renovation, but the records that they had were dated. So they wanted like a more updated as-built drawings and 3D model. So we used Bolt and in collaboration with the drone and the VDC World, where they got the laser scanners, and we put all that together.
So, Jeremy, how does this translate into like a classroom curriculum? I mean, you've kind of developed a STEAM curriculum around Bolt.
Right.
How do you do it? And I mean, you're a musician, right?
Yeah. So actually, it's been kind of a lifetime expedition to get to this point. I'm a classically trained pianist, a composer, musician. But also, I was a research scientist doing protein biochemistry at Mayo Clinic for a decade, and mostly in Alzheimer's research. And so when my creative and business partners, H. Johnson and I, began to craft our multi-tiered agency, which really encompasses a plethora of projects across the spectrum of professional endeavors, it made sense to synthesize these different disciplines and create this program. And so one of the driving goals is to help students understand that you can look at a different phenomenon from different perspectives, right? Like, so you can look at a planet and you can take the sound of the electromagnetic radiation of that planet and you can listen to it as a sound, and you can also compose music. And so we try to encourage students to have this kind of foundational framework for everything they approach in life. So we want to expose them to as many different technologies and creative modalities as possible.
So how does the dog come into it?
Yeah, so the dog itself, right, it's utilizing, for instance, laser technology. Laser is a form of electromagnetic radiation. It's a wave, it's a vibration. So we can also listen to that as a sound. We can think of that as a sound. So we draw inspiration from the technical, from the world, and also from our inner realities.
But he's also fun.
He is fun.
Yeah.
So can you give us a demonstration of some kind? Can you make Bolt move a little bit here in studio? And
Yeah. So this is his kind of just walking around, and we have a little dance, if you don't mind.
let's.
He has lights, so if he goes into like dark areas and stuff like that, we can see through that. And last but not least, he is a dog that can bark too.
That's terrific. I'm not going to lie. It's a little creepy. Do kids get freaked out when they encounter
Actually,
it?
not. Like, we've took him to a couple of like schools in the Duval County. They have the STEM program that come to the Jumbo Shrimp Stadium, and they get super excited.
Yeah.
They see it. One of the things that really kind of threw me off is like the younger the kids, the more they act like he's a real dog. Like they try to pet him and talk to him and stuff. I'm like, do you not understand?
They don't have that preconceived cynicism from watching all these like horror technological movies.
So how fun is it for you to present this to class? Do you come in kind of like how you came into the studio, marching in and introducing Bolt?
Always the entrance is the fun part.
Yeah.
I love seeing the reaction. So we actually, when we stood him up in the stadium, It was like behind a wall, but you can see the kids walking in, and there was like hundreds of them. And the first time they see it is like, wow, that's the exciting part.
So you actually have an event today, right?
Yes, we're
Yes,
going
yes.
to.
So today is actually the last day of class at the program, and so Hamzah is, they agreed to sponsor having Bolt come to the classroom. We're really grateful for that. This is just one in a number of different collaborations that we've had with Haskell. We actually were in here earlier the year for a community drive that they were a flagship sponsor of, and we have some other things in development. But Bolt's coming into the classroom today to see the students, for the students to get to hear about the technology, the engineering involved, and hopefully get to explore and learn more about it. And also I have to give a huge shout out to Brad and Nancy Hatton, who are the proprietors at Montessori Tides, for being our biggest #1 supporters and believers, and allowing us to do really cool things like this with the students.
It's so cool, and thank you so much for bringing Bolt in and for the demonstration. It's just amazing.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, Hamzah and Shanbari, Jeremy Nix, really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Ken.
thank you so much.
Yep.